Hare Krishna. Welcome back to the Damodarashtakam prayer that we are discussing. Today we shall be discussing text 4. The text 4 goes like Varam deva moksham na mokshavadim vam nachanyam vrineham varishadapiha idam teva purnatha gopala balam sada me manasya virastam kemanyai. So this verse begins with Varam. Now after revealing the excellence of Lord's attribute of being controlled by his devotees' love, which was described in the third verse, the prayer further proceeds with understanding the cherished desire of the Satyavrat, what he desires, what he is praying for. So he says, Varam, my dear Lord, boon. Now he is not asking for the boon. The verse begins with Vara. Vara means boon. But he says, no vrine. I am not asking for the boons. No. So this will be coming in the next line. But he says, Varam Deva, oh Lord. There are different kinds of boons one can expect or desire for. If a person is devoid of money, he will be seeking to have lots of money. A person who is desirous of progeny, he may ask for the progeny. A person who may have ugly bodily features may desire to have beautiful body. But all these are worldly boons. Satyavrat Muni is not even talking about these. He is saying, Varam Deva Moksha. The transcendentalists, they begin with the desire of moksha. Moksha means liberation. Of course, there are different kinds of liberation described in Srimad Bhagavatam. Salokya, Sarupya, Sashti, Samipya and Sayujya. The 5 kinds of liberation described in Srimad Bhagavatam. So he says, moksha. My dear Lord, I do not want moksha. The word na is applicable to all kinds of boons. The na that comes in the second line. Nachanyam vrineham. So I am not asking for. But he is not asking for what? Moksha. First and foremost, I do not want moksha. Liberation. And second he says, moksha avadim. No moksha avadim also. Now, moksha is liberation and moksha avadim. Vadha means to kill or destruction. That is called vadha. Avadhim means which is not destroyed. Now it's very interesting. The word which is used is moksha avadhim. The moksha which is not destroyed. The moksha actually means freedom from destruction. And when the word moksha avadhim is applied, it looks like there is a moksha which is also subjected to vadha, destruction. And that is true. The moksha which is subjected to destruction is described in Srimad Bhagavatam as well. The moksha that is desired by the impersonalist or the monist to merge into the impersonal Brahma Jyoti is subjected to destruction as described in Srimad Bhagavatam. Ye annirvandaksh vimuktamanina toyasat bhava avishuddha buddhaya aruya krichena param padam tata patanti adha anajato jushmatangraya. Srimad Bhagavatam describes that people who even attain the so-called moksha, but if they are ye annirvindaksha vimuktamani, those who are vimuktamani, they consider themselves to be liberated, but toy asadbhava avishuddha buddhaya, their intelligence being impure, they disregard the lotus feet of the Lord. And therefore, they again fall down into the material existence. So that means their liberation is not permanent. Such liberation is called, in general, moksha. But Satyavrat says, moksha avadhim. The moksha that is not destroyed, that means the liberation which is attained by Vaishnavas, the devotees, when they go back to the spiritual world, as Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Yad gatva na nivartante tad dhama paramama. If somebody goes to the dhama of the Lord, the spiritual world, he doesn't come back to the material world here. No. So that moksha is called moksha avadhim, the liberation which is not subjected to destruction. That means even the association of the Lord, he doesn't want it. Nacha anne, I don't want any other boon also. So, then the question may come, okay, you don't want all of these, but then what do you want? The Satyavrat explains, Idam te vapurnatha gopala balam. This beautiful form of your idam, this idam te vapur is body or form, gopala balam, this form of yours as Bala Gopal. Idam te vapurnatha gopala balam, sada me, always, sada means always, may my manasi, in my mind, avirastam, viram is to take rest, and aviram means without any rest. That means constantly, 24/7, I should be able to see your form in my mind. This is the prayer of Satyavrat Muni. He wants to see the beautiful form of Bala Gopal constantly within his heart. And this is actually very significant. One may think simply meditation on the form of the Lord or simply visualizing the form of the Lord within the heart is better than even going to the spiritual world. No. This is actually explained also by the Nava-yogendras. This is pointed out by Sanatana Goswami in Brihad Bhagavatamrita also. Many times we want to go to temple, like, current time is COVID time. So temples are generally closed. We're not allowed to go to temples. So we are not able to see the form of the Lord. So Gokkumar also wanted to go and see the form of the Lord. But the Nava-yogendras advised Gokkumar, you can simply sit down in one place with closed eyes, try to remember the form of the Lord, meditate on the form of the Lord. That is better than wandering here and there and trying to find out the form of the Lord. So in other words, Satyavrat Muni is saying in these words, is teaching actually a very important siddhanta or principle, that liberation is not accepted by the Vaishnavas without the service of the Lord. Diyamana na granhanti, as Kapila Muni also says in the Srimad Bhagavatam. My devotees do not even accept the 4 kinds of liberation if it is devoid of vina mat seva. If it is devoid of the service to the Supreme Lord, the devotees do not accept that liberation as well. So Satyavrat Muni in this particular verse is desiring only to be able to see the form of the Lord constantly within his mind. And he concludes that prayer by saying, Kim Anya, what is the use of any other boon? So even liberation or association with Supreme Lord, what is the use of any other kind of such boons if I can simply visualize the form of Bala Gopal in my heart? And if I cannot, then what is the use of any other boons? So this verse is especially revealing the prayerful mood, what Satyavrat Muni desires. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.